I'm excited to bring to the stage the #1 best-selling author, Amy Lacey. How are you? Well, it's great to see you on the stage. Amy's book is The Clean Switch, Clean Up What You Eat, Change Your Whole Life. I know that sounds exciting. You're ready to do it. Amy's going to make it easy for you. Tell people about The Clean Switch.
So the book is really a collaborative effort of many of my clients, and they tell their stories and they offer inspiration of how they've switched up traditional foods that are not so healthy, like pizza.
For instance, any pizza fan, any cauliflower pizza fans out there?
No, but in all seriousness, there is a lot of disease. Leah just talked about autoimmune deficiencies. There's 25 million people in the U.S. that have autoimmune deficiencies. I'm one of them. So I have lupus, and I just started trying to play with food to clean it up and become gluten-free. And with that became the pizza, and then a lot of my clients at the time started switching out what they were doing, and they had amazing success. And they're actually my heroes. You talk about your authors teaching you. My clients have taught me so much. So the book was a collaborative effort. It's their stories. They're my heroes.
And there's also some recipes in the book, stories, recipes.
We added some recipes because cauliflower foods has become so popular this year. And so we wanted to include some of our recipes for our readers. And I thank you so much because my customers are what's made me and you bestsellers. So I appreciate
and you're
it.
actually, I haven't looked at your numbers recently, but you're in the top 100 of all the books.
That's crazy.
And I am sure it's because you spent so much time on the book. You're such a good writer. You have so much self-discipline, and everything about it was very methodically well thought out.
Again, I'm going to give it credit to other people because it really truly is about having a purpose bigger than yourself. And I've been blessed with a product that's amazing that just came about. And perseverance. There's been many times I wanted to quit. Mm-hmm. Your staff, Maggie, it's been a blessing. You've been a blessing.
I think Ray did a little rallying too,
Ray,
right?
oh, Ray, where are you?
She's in Canada.
I'm very spiritual, so I have to give it all.
Yeah.
I pray constantly, and I've wanted to quit a lot this year, and there's been a lot of perseverance.
This is the thing. I think what people think is to have a national brand. Are you guys international, Cauliflower Foods?
We are soon to be.
Okay.
Canada. Here we come. And New Zealand.
Oh.
Yes.
So to have an
there.
international brand, to have an international bestseller, I think what most people think happens is you figure everything out. Like you write it all down, and then you like somehow have the money all saved up, and you know exactly what's going to happen, and then they're ready to start. You've had an incredible year. More has happened to you this year probably than most people in their entire lives.
In my entire life, for sure.
And what I really want you to share with people is like, what was the part you had figured out, and then what were the parts that have come together because you had that bigger thing figured out?
I think the biggest thing that I figured out was surrounding myself with a team. It has not been me. It has been a team, and including this book. I mean, your team is amazing. My team, my cauliflower team, is why this product is so successful, and I'm hoping that all of our family, our cauliflower family, enjoys this book and gets inspired by the clients that shared their stories, because it's not about me. I mean, my story is in there, but it's about them, and it really hasn't been anything I've done. I don't know.
Doesn't it feel like a crazy miracle? Like, this is the thing. If you're out there thinking, as soon as I figure out my book, Kelly says, I'm going to share this question with you, but Kelly says, what do you do if you know you're meant to write a book, but you don't know how to narrow it down to a single topic? That's true for everything, right? It could be a business, a charity, anything in your life where you're thinking, like, how do I figure this out? Like, what I have found is dropping that struggle is where it all begins.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And it sounds so counterintuitive because you're like, but yes, what do I do first? So for Kelly, she wants to write a book and she can't narrow down the topic. What would you say to her?
I would say follow your heart. Seriously, just go with what you're passionate about, because if you can put in your own passion, again, if you can find something like a purpose bigger than yourself, where you can help other people, then it's going to start flowing. If you make it all about yourself and you're ego driven, it doesn't work, I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah, you
At least
can.
it hasn't for me in the past. I've learned a lot this year, so.
Definitely all about the mission. And I think the other thing I would say to you, Kelly, is like you're not going to write one book. Amy doesn't know it yet, but she's not going to write one book either. Books are kind of like tattoos. People who get tattoos and you see them like they got them on their nose and their neck, and you're like, what happens? There's something when you feel what it's like to make a difference with your message on a pizza box or your message on a book cover, when you know how it's changing people's lives. That to me is what fuels me to keep going. So Kelly, pick one book because there are more coming up behind it.
I'm ready to write my next one.
Oh, are you? She's
Yes.
telling me this now.
I know. I'm ready because I want to help people that want to start a business.
I'm excited about
Learn
that book.
about what not to do because I made a lot of mistakes this year. So I'm ready to start that book. And
ready.
you have an incredible way of marketing and helping people. So I'm ready to work with you.
I'm excited. Let's show people your book. Amazing cover. This is, I'm going to let you hold
This
it
is
up.
our actual pizza, Cauliflower Foods pizza.
Awesome.
Teresa Ernest, amazing food photographer on my team,
Love
took this
that.
picture.
That is, food photography is challenging. Well, this is the clean switch. You can make the switch. These are some easy steps that you can follow. If you have been trying to eat healthier and thinking it was hard, this is the book you want to pick up. Share it with your sister, share it with your cousin, share it with your neighbor who you guys cook for each other's kids, because you can make a couple switches. You don't have to do everything at once, and it can change the whole game. So thank you for
Thank
sharing this
you.
message with the world.
Thank you.